All right, so would you tell us your name, where you live, and how long you've lived there?
I'm Dee Dee Post, and I've lived in Cherry Valley for 22 years.
Okay, good. And have you dealt with different people in the heating and air conditioning business before you started working with Jeff?
Yes, I've dealt with several people in the past, tradesmen that were local, and left a little bit to be desired.
You want to explain?
Well, I mean, they're not always readily accessible when you call them. You know, they may be out working on a job and not available to meet your needs at a particular time. And I just really feel good about West Coast Mechanical. We got acquainted with them because we saw their trucks out somewhere. And then I got a leaflet in the mail and responded to it. We've been with them ever since.
Cool. Before you first contacted them, what was your main concern about people working on your heater and air conditioning?
Well, I really wondered how skilled they were, how up to date. You know, people will tell you things, but they aren't necessarily so. And like I said, they don't give you a feeling of confidence. And I had that right away with West Coast Mechanical.
And after buying the product from Jeff, what was the biggest aha that you got out of that service?
Really how careful the tradesmen were, all the technicians, how meticulous they were about cleanliness. You know, putting their little booties on before they would come in the house, even if I told them not to. And I was very impressed with the way the team members got on with each other. Very often when you have people working on a project, you can feel the tension between the members, and it makes you very uncomfortable, and I didn't have that at all. They really worked well together and seemed to enjoy what they were doing.
And what specific feature did you like about this whole process?
I think the fact that I had new ductwork.
Start with the feature I liked.
Yes. The feature I liked really the most, that really impressed me, I think was the new ductwork. The original ductwork was from 1959, and I'm sure was leaky in various and sundry places, even though I never went up to look at it because we have a very small attic space. I also was just so impressed with the workmanship that was visible to me. And I liked the thermostat, although subsequently they got us another one because I like to turn it off at night, and the original one only went down to 50 degrees at night, and I needed it to go down lower. But just an excellent result. And not only did we have the house done, we also had the studio done later in the year because it had a recalled unit in the attic, and it just needed to be replaced. And I felt really good about that also because that's 2,400 square feet, and they had a lot of work to do there. Although the attic was nicer than it was in the house.
Okay. Now, Other than the things we've already talked about, okay, what would be the 3 other benefits about Jeff and his company that somebody else out there might
Not have?
might really enjoy that part of the service? 3 other things.
The availability. The 3 things really that I'm most impressed with, in addition to what I've already mentioned, are the quick response times to any questions I might have, any concerns I might have. The technicians are quick to come out. I am very impressed also with the telephone staff, the office staff. They're very pleasant and always make me smile. I love that greeting. I've never heard it anywhere else. And I think just, it seems kind of perhaps silly, but I like the looks of the equipment. It's smaller than what we had and seems more functional. I just really like that.
You might drop your hand because I use it.
Probably because I want to, huh?
Well, yeah, but you should. Okay. All right, now, if you had an aunt or an uncle or brother or sister or child or whatever, would you recommend Jeff to them?
I would certainly recommend Jeff and his company to anyone that I know, whether it be neighbors or family or friends. I would be proud to introduce my friends and family to the company.
Good. Okay. Now, is there anything else that you'd like to tell us?
I think we pretty much covered it, unless you've got something.
Yeah,
You know, I mean, I just love the workmen that, like Nate, you know, he's become a real friend. And that is perhaps something I should have mentioned earlier, because my two favorite technicians are Nate and Bo. And they really listen to what I'm saying when I'm trying to present a problem to them. And that's very important to me. I need to feel that they hear me so that they can come up with a good solution to whatever I'm concerned about.
A lot of technicians don't.
That's true. No, they hear only part of what you say, and that doesn't make for a good result. And Nate doesn't care what it takes, how long it takes. You know, he's just really invested in doing a good job.
One last question. If a prospective customer wanted to talk to you, would you mind if they gave your phone number out and allowed the people to call?
I certainly wouldn't mind if someone were to want to speak to me or my husband about our experience with West Coast Mechanical. I would be very pleased to talk to them. They could call me anytime.
Good.